Yes. And have us like a small box in the corner.
Okay, well, maybe at some point you'll be allowed to do that, but not yet.
Okay, so what are we going to do instead?
We're going to do a movie review.
Are you even speaking loud now? Third person point of view is going to review Sex and the City 2.
Yep.
I didn't go back and look on IMDb for credits on this, so I might space on some of the names.
It doesn't matter, none of them are important.
I might even get the characters mixed up, even though I'm a fan
I'm
of the
good.
series.
I'm going to be able to decipher that for you. I like that you are comfortable enough in your sexuality to admit that you are a fan of Sex and the City. It takes a very big man to admit it, because I know there's lots of them out there who secretly love it, and not just because of the Kim Cattrall titty.
Why would that ever be a drawing point?
I think that to some men, any titty really is a drawing point, and it doesn't matter if it's 75 years old.
I don't know.
There is a market out there for old people sex.
Yes.
I saw it once at a sex store.
There is.
In a discount bin.
I'm not
for 50% off. It was
it
was like 75 and over porno, and it was disturbing. The cover was disturbing. It was gross. Then I asked the people, because I was like, do people actually watch this? Like, what? And then why is it in the discount bin? So it was a good day. Anyway, Sex and the City 2. Starring, fucking Footface.
Footface. I called her that once, and you turned around and you're like, how dare you? And I'm like, I don't care, it's a family. It's like, I don't even want to talk about her anymore. Well.
I like her sometimes. It depends on which day you catch me on. Sometimes I hate her and sometimes I like her. I just think I didn't like your joke because you stole it from Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, the point is, we can edit that part out. The point is...
We're editing nothing out anymore.
Fuck off. The point is, this movie was garbage. Oh. And, from two people who've watched the entire series and the movie, and, I know I didn't see, the best... I didn't have the best seat in the house, but...
Oh, my God. Wow,
It reminded me of Perfect Strangers.
It had this 80s vibe to it, too.
Yeah, it was really... Sorry, guys.
Okay, I wasn't going to go anywhere, but maybe we should just reveal some of the plot, because that will...
There was no plot. I don't even understand what the plot was. Okay.
Well, then, just want to go bit by bit, and...
I just want to say something.
Bitch out each part?
I don't understand how any of these women are strong.
Character-wise, you want to start with character first?
I don't understand, they were way more strong in the middle of the series than they are as older.
And that is the whole problem with the whole movie, is the worst script watched in a movie that was done by people who are taking their profession extremely serious.
I don't understand how the Miranda character can always quit her job every time something happens.
Every time she gets too busy?
Every time she gets too busy, she just quits everything, and then she just miraculously gets another... How many law firms are there in New York?
I was thinking at the time, that's how it doesn't... if you think about the movie, it doesn't make sense. Because, why wouldn't she have quit her job and gone to another law firm if she was working at the best law firm? That she was so swamped.
Okay,
couldn't she get another job?
And I got the points that they were trying to make. Yes, I understand the whole thing when they're talking about the children and how it's stressful and blah, 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 blah. And marriages aren't always perfect. Sometimes need space and blah, 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 blah. I get all that. But it was just there was really no point to it. It was hey, everyone, let's watch the girls go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And see all the crazy things that'll happen to them when they're in a place where women are supposed to be suppressed. And it didn't even really hinge hardly on that at all, other than the fact that they were trying to escape from the police at the very end of it. And I don't care if I fucking spoil this movie, because you shouldn't waste your time seeing it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I would say. Anybody who's a Sex and the City fan, do not spend money to see this. You'll be better off if you never experience this.
Like, I get it if you want to see them and because you like fashion and you just want to see them walk around. No, because it had some really, I mean, you gotta say their wardrobe was really good. You know, all the typical things that people say about Sex and the City was good. Like, you know, they looked good and what they were wearing was great and blah, 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 blah. But Aiden comes back for no reason, and it makes Aiden's character seem so stupid.
No, he pandered to the crowd by writing the script that way to have Aiden come back. You're right, there's no reason to have him back, but he pandered to people's desires that always said, like, that's an interesting character that they didn't explore far enough with Carrie. They bring him in just to screw with the plot a bit. Doesn't affect the plot anyways.
And you get to watch, in the very beginning of this fucking movie, you get to watch Liza Minnelli fucking butcher Single Ladies by Beyonce, okay? I don't know, I can't tell if it was really Liza Minnelli or if it was this impersonator, a drag queen, I don't fucking know. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care how much of a fan you are of her, she could not do that song. She could not do that song. She ruined that song. It was the worst performance.
I thought it was okay. It just was really inappropriate to be showing.
No, it was so bad. It was horrible. She butchered it. She vocally butchered it, and then the dance was stupid. It was just stupid. And, like, I get it, you know, okay, you're 100 years old. We should be proud of you that you can still perform on whatever, and you're not dead. But, like, I'm sorry. Do not ruin something good.
She's younger than Robert De Niro.
I don't care. She looks like 1,000 years old. And, okay, so I just don't understand.
It pandered to
the
opening act pandered to the gay crowd. It really was off-putting to alienate me that much. And that really set me up to not like it. Yeah.
It just got way too goofy. The thing that made it so good in the series and in the last movie was that it didn't get, I mean, yes, crazy fucking things happened that were like, oh my god, how can you deal with it? But it didn't get goofy. This just got goofy.
Yeah.
They're running around Saudi Arabia at the end, all fucking in the headdresses, and they can't find each other, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just so stupid. It's just...
I want to compare and contrast a little bit more the first and the second movie, and as much as this was a TV series have things called made-for-TV movies to wrap up things. The first movie took something that needed to be wrapped up. There needed to be a wedding, I guess. Then they ran through that plot, and they had enough interesting offsetting things that they did like what they did in the series, and they took challenging subjects, and they tackled that. Here we have a specific example of what a made-for-TV movie is. That's all it was. It was just taking your characters somewhere else because you want to see them there. Full House did this. They took the whole cast to Disneyland, and then they lost the girls.
That.
Exactly, and that's what this was. It was just dressing your characters up and taking them somewhere else.
Yeah, but this is my problem with it, though, because of watching the series and watching the movie, they never had to really do that.
No,
I know she went away, because I know she went away to like Paris or whatever when she dated that guy, and she went away places, and her and Mr. Big went places or whatever. Yeah. But they didn't have to go somewhere outlandish that is. And I get it because they're supposed to be such strong women that they're going to such a suppressing place, even though it's New Saudi Arabia. It's still so suppressing, and they can't. You know, they just. Wow, it was like watching fucking Bruno.
Yeah.
It really did. And I mean, not even halfway into the movie, I looked at you and I was like, I want to really invest who wrote this whole movie and see, you know, who wrote the other ones, and if he had more people writing on the other ones, because to me because I knew before in the show they had lots of writers, right? And I don't know as shows do, right? So I don't know if he just fully wrote this himself, but I mean even the jokes in it, even these so-called women jokes, like I'm a fucking woman.
It was completely out of touch.
And I make a, you know, gross, I'm like a sailor, you know, and so I can handle it, but the jokes they said weren't funny.
No. Or relevant.
Or good, you know, and it was almost like you looked at it going, why would she say that? You know, and I had really high hopes for this movie. I was excited for it. Because I watched the whole series and because I saw the first movie and I really liked the first movie and I was really emotionally invested and seeing what was going to happen, and it really fucking disappointed me. I really felt like I was watching, you know, Full House or like the Golden Girls, or
I really felt like
it's like the Golden Girls. And we even joked about it. And we were like, I would have rather paid to see Betty White do a sex scene as Kim Cattrall then.
Yeah. That would have been so much funner.
Would have been a
B.
lot
Arthur
better.
could have played Carrie Bradshaw.
Yeah, would have been good.